All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise and glory is unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Arakakodash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto your elect. Shalom unto you. All right, Brother Shaquat here, back with another video. This one I'm going to tap into reincarnation a little bit, okay? Because this is a major foundation building thing that you have to get a grasp of understanding on to get into these scriptures, okay, to understand the big picture that the Most High has set up here, okay. So I'll start here. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Okay, so even those that see something of old, they're not going to remember it, but that doesn't mean that it's not of old. It hasn't been done before. Okay, and that's important for us to understand. Okay, this is a cycle that the Most High has us going through. Okay, now this is the punishment cycle. We're at the end of this thing. Then we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven cycle. Okay, going through not through the motions, but going through the trials and tribulations of this one, and then going through the life of righteousness, man, and the one to come. All right, but in times past, man, there's been great men that have come on the earth and done great things to keep this thing moving forward as the Most High saw it. And that, to me, the whole reincarnation process is beautiful. Okay? It's a beautiful thing that if you mess up, you get judged for that. So you can't just go out here like a lot of you thinking this YOLO trash. Come out here, YOLO this, I live once, I'll do whatever I want. You go out there being a damn demon, man. And then you think you died being a demon, so you think you don't have to pay for that. No, man, you got to come back and deal with that. Okay, and I'll continue to show you in these scriptures. Go over a couple chapters. Verse 15, that which had been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. The Most High requireth that which is past. Okay, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, and this is the place of judgment, man. Okay, when I grab that in second Esdras, it'll show you, man. You go back to the earth and you live out your judgment. Okay, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there, even in the holiest of holies, man, and those that did that. But you'll see that you come down to the earth and you live out your judgment. So jumping down, verse 19, for that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Okay, even one that befalleth them, one thing befalleth them. Yet, as the one dieth, so dieth the other. Okay, man and beast dies, right? Yea, they have all one breath, so that a man have no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. All go to one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Yeah, they're all created from the dust. Okay, but watch. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth? That's the difference, though. The spirit of the beast goes in the grave with him, goes down to the earth with him. The spirit of the man goes back to the Most High who gave it. Okay? Let me get that one right quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was. Because we all come from Adam, come from the dust, right? And the spirit shall return to the Most High who gave it. Okay? You see how that goes? To be judged. Let's go there. All right. 2 Esdras chapter 7, verse 56. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. Okay, so when your body is now gone back to the dust, to the earth, your spirit goes up to get judged, and that's where you get judged to be punished and sent back to the earth to live out that judgment. Okay. And then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. If you be overcome with wickedness, man, you're gonna suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. Okay, but if you get salvation, the real victory, the victory over death, okay, as Yahushua did, if you earn that, hey, the Most High choose you for that. Hey, man, that you still get a better flesh. Okay, going into 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter, but still with this. I'm already on. All right. It says, and now are ye here, and your brethren among you. Anyway, it says, verse 34, 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive. Okay, meaning you will earn your salvation, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. Okay, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come. When you go to the Most High who gave it, and you get judged, your spirit gets judged up there when you're in your celestial body. Then you're sent back into a terrestrial. Well, in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to get the extraterrestrial body, okay, that can go between the earth, terrestrial, and the celestial in the heavens, and will be imputed with the with righteousness, man. Okay, with being perfect, as Yahushua is perfect. All right. It says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. Okay, and reincarnation means back in the flesh, back in the flesh. Resurrected means erect again. Okay, and stand again, meaning the same flesh lives again, basically to give that to you. Okay. It says, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. Okay, so we're gonna see who gets to go up to be judged, and who escapes death. Even in the time that we're coming into, who's gonna get judged with death down here, and who escapes death. Okay, because matter of fact, let me grab this right quick, since I'm just flowing. 1 Corinthians 14 is like the end. It's let's see. Yeah, 32. The spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Okay? Meaning those men that were prophets, they're prophets again. Now, do we know which one that we were? No. Okay, we don't know. Lord willing, I'm one of the ones that make it. Okay, Lord willing. And that's how we have to see it. All right? You got to do what you got to do to make it, though. All right? From there, okay, I'm gonna bring up Eleazar. Yeah, so to explain it, there was a wicked feast, and the king was trying to get the Maccabees to eat abominable flesh. Well, when that wouldn't work, they wouldn't eat it. They charged them to eat a righteous meat, as if it were a wicked meat, unrighteous meat. Okay. So let me pick up at 22. It says, "And that in so doing he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor." Okay, he might find favor and be delivered from death, but he began to consider discreetly as became his age and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereon was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by the Most High. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straightways to send him to the grave. Okay, why wasn't he afraid of the grave? Because he knew that there was reincarnation. Okay, I just read the Old Testament talking about reincarnation. Okay, it says, for it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 old in 1090, were now gone to a strange religion. He didn't want that stain on him. Okay, a stain for all appearances of evil, I believe Paul wrote. I may be wrong, but yeah, it says, and so they thought, excuse me, and so they through mind hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer should be deceived by me, and I get a stain on mine old age and make it abominable. Because he lived righteous to thus part, but he didn't want to die. He didn't want to continue living with a stain on him, so he would end up dying anyway. It says, wherefore now manfully changing this life I show. No, I missed something. Yeah, verse 26, like it says, for though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, I'm going to live, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. I can't escape Yahweh regardless. Okay? He understood that he was going to serve that judgment and have to come back down. Okay, to fulfill that judgment. And he didn't want to put that stain on himself. Okay? Wherefore now, manfully changing this life, I will show myself such an one as mine age requireth, and leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. He had integrity, man. A lot of Jake out there don't have that, man. All right, and when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. Okay, now let me see. 30, I'll read it. But when he was ready to die, it says, with stripes he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that hath the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten, but in soul I am well content to suffer these things, because I fear him, the Most High. Okay? Because he knew he would have to deal with it. You don't just die and have nothing to deal with, man. You don't just go off and then your spirit just whatever. That's you. A lot of you wicked people wish that that's the case, but you don't see people that believe that way. You don't really see them living by righteous actions, man. You only live once, and they live by righteous actions. You don't really see that. You see them living just all wild, man. Free-willed, man. Doing whatever the hell you think you want to do. But there's a judgment coming for that, man, for them types of moves. It says, 31, and thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a notable courage and a memorial of virtue, not only to the young men, but unto his nation. Right? Beautiful. Now, in this next chapter, the next men go through it. Now, I'm going to bring it down to, let's see. I'll go straight to the point. 22. Now, the mother, right? I cannot tell how you came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life. Neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you. The Most High did that. But doubtless the Creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again. They understood this, man. That he will give you breath and life again. Okay, reincarnation. Putting your spirit back in the flesh. Okay? as ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. Okay? And that's important to know. Okay, when we aren't to fear death, man, because we know, but the reason we're not to fear death is because we've been trying to rehearse the righteous acts and be as righteous as we possibly can. Lord willing, escaping the punishments, okay, of the second death, you know, which is the lake of fire, so to speak. Okay. Now let me hit this over here real quick. First Esdras, First Esdras. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. I'll start at the top. I'll read a few verses. It says, "For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of man there is no remedy," which is BS. Okay? 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, shows you that there's a remedy, man, righteousness. Matter of fact, let me grab this one in Timothy's real quick. 2 Timothy chapter 3 is like 14. "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them." These righteous men that are come back. Okay, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation. Okay, they had wisdom to make them wise unto salvation, talking about the Maccabees. Okay, because they knew that they would be back in this time, and they are back in this time through faith which is in Yahushua Mashiach. Okay, all right. I mean, there's precepts all over the place. Let's go back to where we were. 2. It says, "Our life is short and tedious, and in the death," it said, "reasoning with themselves, but not aright." This isn't righteous what they're saying. "Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave." Well, Yahushua did return from the grave. Okay, he did. And I mean, I shouldn't have to go into that specific occasion. Okay, but there's other men that returned. All right. "For we are born at all adventure." What other men? Let's hit Malachi right quick. Malachi 4. Let's see. Last verse. Yeah. Verse 5. It says, "Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse." And that's what he did, man. He sent Elijah the prophet. How do we know? Let's go right over to when he was on the scene, or to when after he was on the scene. Further down, though. Let me see. Yep, right there. I'll start up a little bit. I'll to the point. Verse 12, "And from the days of John the Baptist till now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and violence taketh it by force." Okay, let's see if I did want to go up a little bit. Anyway, it says, "For all the prophets in the law prophesied until John." Okay, "And if ye will receive it, this is Elijah." It says Elias, but that's the Greek way to say Elijah, "which was for to come. He that have ears to hear, let him hear." If you can understand this reincarnation thing, then you can receive it. Okay, you see it. He came back and did it, and now we believe twice he's done it. Okay, going back to the old school even at One West. All right. because I won't get too deep into that. But yeah, man. All right. That's what the scriptures are talking about. How else will all the people come back? To matter of fact, I'll get one in Revelation. This is an easy one. Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every one shall see him, and they also which pierced him." Now they didn't pierce him right before he got here. They pierced him thousands of years ago. So the people that actually pierced Yahushua are dead. But they're gonna, even them that pierced him. All right? And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. Hey, that's why it makes sense, man, that you come back every 3 or 4 generations to serve out your judgment, man, back to the earth. To get, if you've been wicked, you get punished for what you did those generations before. All right? Now let's go back. All right, we'll go to this one, Matthew 19. It says, verse 27, and answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. And he hasn't done that yet, man. Okay, he hasn't done that. So what does the word regeneration mean? Let's find out.
Here's the definition of regeneration: the action or process of regenerating or being regenerated, in particular the formation of new animal or plant tissue.
Or a human, man. Create again. Regenerate again. Regenerate. Let's see. Of a living organism. Regrow new tissue to replace lost or injured tissue. Regrow. Bring into renewed existence. Generate again. Bring new and more vigorous life to, especially in economic terms. Okay. Revive. Okay. You see these words? Give a new and higher spiritual nature to. Okay. Precipitate. Create again. Okay. All right. Anything else on this? Nope. So let's go back. For you that have been created again, okay, when you have breath and life again, when the Son of Man, that's why it's a future prophecy, when the Son of Man shall sit on his throne, sit on the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, you see that? You get to come back, man, and be on the 12 thrones now. As we read already, the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. So they get to come back and be prophets again. And the 2/3 get to come back and be the 2/3 again, man. And get destroyed again, man. Okay? All right? So I just wanted to touch on that. Lord willing, it was edifying. So I would like to give again all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, blessings, and much love unto the elect. Shalom.